Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I wanted to share a quick game. I've been playing a Wreckers deck recently, inspired by Wyatt, Richard Wyatt from Transformers game. He had an overwhelming advantage Wreckers deck. So I've been playing around with this one, and it's been a lot of fun. And I had a game on Octagon with my friend running Major Shockwave, Slipstream, and Night Racer. So I just wanted to share this one because I thought it was a lot of fun to see kind of the interactions that they get to do. So I lost the die roll. I go first. Fangry swings into Shockwave here. Obviously, Shockwave is a heavy blue deck. Fangry doesn't manage to get a bunch of damage in. Then my buddy plays a secret action, flips Shockwave, and I think he's going to swing, Slipstream into Fangry. So his goal is to protect Shockwave, and this is not the first game we've played against each other with these decks, so he kind of knows what the Wreckers are trying to do. So he wants to flip Shockwave as much as possible to prevent me from getting the tools together I need to do overwhelming advantage. If you look at my hand, I mean, I'm not in a bad spot. I've got a bold weapon. What I'm really hoping to find is a treasure hunt. There was an earlier game where I treasure hunted like twice, and there was just too many cards for Shockwave to rip out of my hand, and Slipstream never got the plus attack she needed. So here I'm wedging to heal and draw a card. I use Wheeljack's ability to flip to car mode, play the card off the top of the deck, which is a Master of Metallikato, which I dig. And then I get to put on the Safeguard to heal Wheeljack for another one. So I'm pretty happy with this turn. Impactor swinging with Bold into Slipstream here. Get me my orange flips. And with the Master of Metallikato, it's a total of 6 damage. I'm pretty happy with that. My target here is Shockwave, if possible. I essentially want to do enough damage to him that I can OA him out of combat. And I know that Meringue plays some health utilities, so I want to get a little more damage on him before I OA him. Other than that, I'm fine focusing on the partners. So flip back to Shockwave. I'm going to scrap the Matrix. I want to keep the OA, I want to keep the bold weapon, and I want to keep Dad. We've got a secret action. He forces me to scrap another card. I think scrapping Dad is the right move here, and then Night Racer going into Fangry. I think these games have been pretty evenly matched so far. I think I've won slightly more than Meringue did going into this one. But okay, so Night Racer doesn't really get a ton of damage through, which is to be expected. I'm going to wedge again to heal and draw. I get a Matrix back. And then we're building the OA on Wheeljack. Flipping Wheeljack, sending him into Slipstream, and essentially I just need a black-orange utility, which I have a couple. I have Escape Capsule, I have the Stealth utility, Stealthiness, or whatever it's called. So with the card draw that I have, not card draw, but the ability with Wheeljack to flip and draw a card, or play a card essentially off the top, and then also to find a treasure hunt, hopefully. I'm feeling pretty good that I will get to overwhelming advantage this turn. So my opponent's going to flip Shockwave again because he's working on my hand. I mean, I've only got 2 cards in hand. That's a pretty good position for the Shockwave to be in here. He replaces his weapon with an Energon Axe. I think that's absolutely a fine play. Get a big swing here. Counterespionaging the OA. Another good move, especially if he knows I'm right about to do it. And then we go into Fangry here. And this might not kill Fangry, but it's going to hurt him pretty good. So Fangry takes 7 damage. I drop the Matrix for a backup beam because Fangry's going to attack next. I want Fangry's attack into Shockwave to matter, and he needs the bold for it to matter with how mixed pip the deck is. Pull the Force Field. That's not exactly what I needed, but it's a white armor. So that means I'm kind of set up to OA with 2 characters depending on how I play them. Flip Captain Wheeljack, ping someone to play the dad. Again, it's not a secret action, but we know what's happening here. And then we're going into Shockwave for bold 4. And yeah, that's the type of defensive flips I like to see. So if I can get an overwhelming advantage off, I essentially don't really need to attack Shockwave anymore. I don't know if Meringue is running Holomatter Projector. I actually think that there might not be any armor in his deck list, which is a bit of a problem. Okay, he makes me scrap my Wedge, my last card. So now essentially I'm going to be playing off the top and playing off the top with Wheeljack flips. So every other turn I get 2 cards to play, but that's about it. Slipstream now gets to flip into bot mode, and yeah, I'll do the dad, but Slipstream gets her boost because I don't have cards in hand. So I do really like ATP Slipstream as a partner for Shockwave. And yeah, there's stealthiness. There's the stealth utility I want. I get the 8-face attack, which is fine for Intimidator to clean up the board with Slipstream. I played it because of that secret action. I figured I might need it just to kill her, even though she's only got 2 health. I'm thinking it's End Hostilities. It might be Hidden Fortification. It's hidden. Oh, okay. So I get there just barely, and I am perfectly happy taking out one of Shockwave's partners at this point. Fangry dies with Shockwave's next attack, but he probably survives Night Racer's attack. I don't know. Meringue's gonna, draw a card, play a secret action. Night Racer going in. See, I might have sent Night Racer into Impactor here. I probably would have sent Night Racer into Impactor, trying to put some damage somewhere else. I guess he might not have wanted to turn on Impactor's ability to give both himself and Wheeljack bold. Ping Wheeljack, ping Impactor, flip Wheeljack to play the force field off the top, play Disassemble. Fangry's going to die, and I don't have an escape capsule, so I want to draw a card. And I draw the Treasure Hunt, which is going to be a big help at this point in the game. I won't be able to draw and keep an OA, but if I can get a utility, then I'll be ready for an OA in the future. And yeah, not doing a ton of damage, that's okay. Here is Major Shockwave's swing, and I can't imagine he doesn't kill Fangry at this point. Plays Valiant Leadership, and we go into Fangry. Yep, Fangry's dead. Kreb pops out, which is actually nice because it gives me another turn. I think, oh yeah, he flipped Shockwave. He meant to flip him earlier. Again, casual. Okay. Beautiful. Treasure Hunt first. Let's see what we can get. The escape capsule came a moment too late. That's okay. But, yeah, Immersed in Shadow goes on. I keep calling it stealthiness. Immersed in Shadow goes on. I'm set up for an OA. Now I just need to find an OA. Send into Shockwave. Here might have been a misplay on my part. If I'm ready for the overwhelming advantage, I probably should have swung into Night Racer at this point in time. There is a Scoundrel's Blaster that I don't imagine I'd pick up because Kreb is not gonna, drop the escape capsule for the Matrix, because putting that on Impactor does matter. We're gonna untap. And I imagine Night Racer kills Kreb at this point. Flip Shockwave, make me scrap. I think I scrapped the Wedge because... Oh no, scrap the Matrix, okay. Oh, never mind, scrap both. Fair enough. And Kreb dies. but I'm okay with that. Again, my 2 wreckers, like my wrecker boys, are sitting with just enough damage to turn on their abilities and not a significantly amount more damage. I got lucky here. I draw the Matrix off the top, flip Impactor, play the Matrix on him. Now if I get a black-green weapon, which I don't think there is in this deck, then he'd be OA ready, but that's okay. With a force field and with stealth on Wheeljack, I feel like I'm sitting very pretty. So there, you know, that looking at the flips now, Matrix probably was a misplay. I should have kept it in hand for an OA, but I guess I knew, like, Shockwave's in his bot mode. I was gonna lose whatever card I had in hand anyway, so I was aiming to play it to get value. And I guess that is one thing that Shockwave does very well, is OA deck relies on the green pips to get the cards you need in hand. Shockwave kind of makes sure that you don't have cards to spend for that unless you get really lucky. But Master of Metallikato onto Wheeljack and then going into Shockwave is just fine. I think I'm debating here whether I want to flip him or not, because he does get +1 attack. And he's got stealth. But he loses bold, so I'd be swinging bold 2 instead of bold 4. I think I did the math and I realized that I could kill Night Racer at this point. Okay. Night Racer gets +1 defense, my Pierce doesn't matter, but my attack is big enough with Master Metallikato that I do get the Night Racer kill here, which feels real, real good. So we're going to untap. Shockwave has to swing into Impactor unless he does something to get rid of Immersed in Shadow. Impactor, with Shockwave loaded up like this, Impactor might die. But even with the backup batteries, Shockwave here is still OA range, which is where I want to be. I got to get lucky and draw it off the top. Odds are that doesn't happen, but you never know. Now I get to swing with both my guys. I might just be able to close them out of the game here if I pull a pump. No. So I guess I could play that to get rid of his health utility, and then he'd draw a card, but I don't super care about that. I guess I'm holding on to it since he's in spaceship mode. Oh, hold on to it to swap for the OA? Yes, please. There we go. Now, obviously can't play it this turn, but unless he draws another... I guess he could try and scrap something off of Wheeljack, or draw another one of his LV lasers or UFO to get me to scrap the OA. So Shockwave does not survive another hit here. I mean, really, unless Wheeljack is swinging and he plays End Hostilities and he gets lucky on his pips, it's very hard for Shockwave to live. Now he's going to kill Impactor here. But odds are he gets OA'd. Oh no, okay, Field Communicator. Off the top, it's a disarm. Yeah, so unfortunately it looks like no overwhelming advantage this game. But I like that play a lot. Of course, to do this, Shockwave is now at 17 health, so he for sure does not survive. There's just not enough. Like, I'm going to flip a black pip somewhere. He goes into Wheeljack here because Wheeljack doesn't have stealth. I don't think this is the right move because Impactor gives Pierce to damage wreckers. So odds are, like, maybe he kills, but he's just auto dead. Maybe he just wanted to go on his own terms. But yeah, that is a good game to my buddy. The OA is still alive and kicking in the ATP meta, and that's a lot of fun for me to see. this was just a fun couple games, and I want to share a quick one. Right now I am in Colorado. That's why there is no live stream today, but I wanted to share something Transformers TCG related, and I hope everyone's out there playing games and having fun. Have a great day, everyone. See ya.